Disclaimer and a warning, this is my first tutorial. Watch at your own risk. Okay, this is going to be my attempt at my first tutorial for the Afghan cowl we're doing. This is the arch stitch. This is block 9, and this is mine, as you can see, through here. These are the border rows you do afterwards, but this is the arch stitch. So I'm going to attempt to do this tutorial. Now I've already chained my 28, which is what the pattern calls for, and it's multiples of 5 plus 3 chains. So the first thing that we have to do, this is the right side, you double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So let's pull this out a little bit here. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chains from the hook. So tighten up my chain here, and I'll go in and double crochet. I give credit to people that do these all the time because it is not easy. But maybe with time I'll get better. Okay, so we're going to do our double crochet, which is you yarn over, go through the loop, yarn over again, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now I'm assuming anybody that's doing this cowl has some basic crochet skills, so I do apologize if my technique in teaching is confusing to you, but I'll try to do the best I can. And then when you chain 2, 1, 2, and then you skip the next 2 chains, 1, 2, and then you're going to do double crochet in the next 3 chains. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then you chain 2, skip the next 2 chains, 1, 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets. And you just repeat this to the end of the row, and I'll keep working mine, and I'll be right back with you when I get to the end of the row. Okay, so I'm down to the end of the row here, the last 2 chains. And the last 2 chains, you just double crochet in. Yarn over, through the loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that's what your foundation row looks like. Okay, you should have 5 chain 2 spaces. Okay, so let's count them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm missing, oh, I should have another one here. Hold on. Okay, I went back. I had forgot to do my chain 2 here after my last set of 3. So there's your 1, chain 3, 2 chain space, chain 3, chain 2 space, double crochet 3, chain 2 space, double crochet 3, chain 2 space, 2 double crochets. So you've got 5 chain 2 spaces. Alright? And then you just chain 1 and turn. And we'll go on to row 2. Okay, and turn your work. Get some yarn here. Alright. Here it says single crochet in the first double crochet, which is right here. and then double crochet in the last 2 chains. I apologize. I'm going to have to edit this out. You chain 1 turn, you single crochet in the first double crochet, and then you do 5 double crochets in the first chain 2 space. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and that's your 5 double crochets in the chain 2 space. And then you skip the next double crochet, this one here, and you'll single crochet in the next double crochet. And then you do 5 double crochets in the chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you just repeat this until you get to the end of the load and the last, excuse me, and then you single crochet in the top of the beginning chain down here. So we're going to skip this one, and then we're going to single crochet into this one and get my hook in there, and then we're going to put 5 double crochets in the chain 2 space, 3, 4, 5, 'and skip this double crochet, single crochet into the next double crochet, some yarn, 5 double crochets in the chain 2 space. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll tell you, trying to look around the camera, because I can't look on the screen while this is going on because it makes me dizzy. And then skip double crochet, single crochet into the next double crochet. We're in our last chain 2 space, 5 double crochets, 1, 2, well, I guess it's not cooperating. There's 2, and there's 3, 4, and 5, skip your double crochet, single crochet into the top chain, first chain, top chain on your turning chain. Make sure you get under both legs. And there's the beginning of your arches. You can see that. Okay, row 3. Take the chain down here. We're going to chain 4 and turn 1, 2, 3, 4, turn. Now you're going to skip your first double crochet and double crochet into the next 3 double crochets. So skip this one and then 3 double crochets. There's 1, 2, and 3. See there? And then you're going to chain 2, skip the next 3 stitches, and then double crochet in the next 3 double crochets. So we're going to chain our 2 and skip the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do 3 double crochets again. If you look at, as you're doing this, a pattern emerges, and you can see what it's starting to look like. And there's 2, and 3. You chain 2, and you skip the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. And then you double crochet in these 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2. And you're going to repeat this to the end until you get to the last 2 stitches, and then you'll chain 1 and you'll double crochet in the last single crochet, which is right here. So let's continue on. Skip 1, 2, 3. Oops, I guess I better do a double crochet and not a single. 1, there's 2, and there's 3, and again, chain 2, 1, 2, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 1, 2, getting ahead of myself there, and 3. Okay, we've come down to the end of the row, so you're gonna chain 2, and you're going to single crochet in this last single crochet. I'm sorry, double crochet in the last single crochet. I apologize. So right there, if we'll get it in there. Double crochet. Okay, this is what we have so far. Let me get some yarn up here. And if you look, you can see how the pattern's emerging. Now, I'm going to take you through the first 5 rows, and then after that it's just a repeat, and you do your block. But this is what it's looking like. And these 2 rows here pretty much are going to be the whole pattern. If you look, here's my block, and here's what we've done. So I'm just going to pause it here for a moment. Okay, so we've come to the end of row 3. We're going to go to row 4. So we're going to chain 3 and turn. And then turn your work over this way. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Let's do it right here. Well, if we can get the yarn to work. Okay. Just doesn't want to work today. I know I'm going to have to do editing on this video, and I don't even know how to do all that yet. So 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Okay. And then we're going to skip the next double crochet and single crochet in the next double crochet. So skip this and single crochet.
Hey, how you doing, you gorgeous?
Okay. Sorry about the interruption. Row 4, we chain 3 and we turn. We put 2 double crochets into the same stitch as your chain 3. We're going to skip the next double crochet and we're going to single crochet in the double crochet. So you skip this double crochet here and you single crochet in this one. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to do 5 double crochets in the next chain 2 space right here. So there's 1. I'm trying to keep my hands in the center of the camera here. There's 2. There's 3. And 4. And 5. See? Now we're starting another row for the arch stitch. So you can see how it's coming. So once you do the 5 double crochets in your chain 2 space, you single crochet, you skip the next double. You skip the next double crochet, single crochet in the next double crochet, and you'll see the pattern forming. Skip the first one, and you'll be single crocheting in the middle double crochet. Like that. And you're going to do this all the way across. And then you're going to put 5 double crochets into the chain 2 space. And you do that all the way to the end of the row until you get to the very end there. You're going to do 3 double crochets in the 3rd chain space of the chain 4. So right here you'll put 3 double crochets, and then we will go on to row 5. So I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, so I just did the 3 double crochets into the 3rd chain of your turning chain 4. So once you get that, we're going to be on to row 5. So we're going to chain 3 and turn, and then double crochet in the next double crochet. So there's my chain 3, turn my work, and chain in the next double crochet, which is your center double crochet right there. And then you're going to chain 2 and skip the next 3 stitches. There's chain 2, 3 stitches. Here we go again. We're going to do our arch. There's 1, your single crochet, your first double crochet, and then we're going to do 3 doubles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Same thing. You're going to chain 2, skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets. One, there's 2, and there's 3. And just do this all the way to the end, and I'll meet you when I'm down to the end there. Okay, I've got down to the last section here, and what we're going to do is we're going to skip. You can see where you skipped your 3 stitches and you did your 3 double crochets, and we're down here to the very last double crochets. So what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet in the last double crochet and then double crochet in the top of the beginning chain. So here's the last double crochet, because you skip your 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. You double crochet, and then you double crochet in the top of your turning chain right there. Okay, this is the first 5 rows, and if you look, you can see how the pattern has a tendency to repeat. Right along here, you got the 5 double crochets in your chain 2 space, and then up here you can see your 3 center posts. Then you repeat up here, you've got your 5 double crochets in your chain 2 space, and up here, and then you're just going to repeat rows 2 through 5 until you get to your approximate dimensions of 7 inches. It looks like this. Okay, now, once you get to the size that you're doing, your 7 inches, you will have to refer back to the front page there of the pattern, and you have 2 rows for the border, because that's done as you finish a block. Now, make yourself a note, because I started going through my blocks and forgot to do this, so I had to go back and do the border. The first row in the border is the same color as your block that you're working on. In my case, it's lilac, mint green, and cream. The second row is done in your main color, your joining color. Mine is cream, and as you can see. And on here, I'll show you one of the other blocks. This is block number 7. In block number 7, let me see what block number 7 is called here. Turn the page, because I don't have these memorized. This is the alternate puff stitch. You can see here. And there's my first row right here of the border, which is all single crochets. And then my second row, which is my main color, which will be my joining color, which these are all single crochets. It's not hard. You just have to space them and do your corners. And none of my ends are weaved in yet. But that's what you just have to remember, that the first row of the border is the color of the block that you're doing, and the second one is your main color, the color that you will be joining with. So, I hope that you were able to understand the tutorial. Like I said, I don't know how these are going to go. If I find a difficult stitch and I can find somebody that's really good at doing tutorials and has an established history of doing tutorials, I will put a link into one of my video chats on about the cow. So, other than that, happy crocheting.